You like the proud father. Are you nervous about the players?
You know what? I'm real excited. I know they're excited to see where they're going to go. We think we'll have a chance to get quite a few guys drafted. We think some guys will get a chance to go free agency and have a good chance of making a team. So it's an exciting time, and looking forward to going to New York.
What makes Trey Mace the appealing to the NFL teams?
Well, I mean, he's one of the better running backs in college football last year. He's a tough guy. He's a great competitor. For the most part, he got good ball security. He's very good with the tough yards. He falls forward a lot, and just think he'll make a very good pro.
Is there any NFL player that Trey reminds you of?
I tell you what, he's a combination of a lot of good ones. I think. I mean, he's very strong. He's got great balance. I think Trey is such a great competitor. When the game's on the line, he's got the ability to make a play, and he was a lot of fun to coach.
Several other coaches are going to be there, David Shaw being one of them. He was really critical of the SEC going with 8 games, called it backing down from a conference, said playing FCS teams in November is playing cupcakes. You're going to converse with him about the 8 versus 9?
No, not all. Everybody's got their opinion on certain things. And I think, this first year with the new playoff system, I think everyone will learn, exactly how it's going to happen. But I feel very good about, the 8 games in the SEC.
If Greg Robinson is picked in the top 6, he's going to be the highest Auburn offensive lineman ever drafted. What does the historic nature of this possibility mean to you?
Well, I mean, of course, we're very excited, for Greg. Greg's a great person. He's a great player. I think his best days are ahead of him, and, I think he's got a good chance of going, in the top 6, and just looking forward to watching him develop. He'll represent Auburn in a great way on and off the field.
The SEC is kind of joining the Big 12 and putting an extra official on the field, putting 8 guys out there going into the fall. Do you think that helps offenses like yourself, where they're able to more eyes on the field?
I think there's just one crew in the SEC, but we'll see how it goes. I think it's just for a trial basis, just to see how that 8th official goes. I know in the spring game they actually tried it out, and I think they felt good about it.
How did you feel about it? What do you notice was different about it?
You know what? I really didn't notice too much. I'm sure if you asked the officials, it was a little bit different for them, but I didn't notice anything different.
Do you think it could help speed up the offense in the sense that they don't have to worry about certain things?
Well, I think after this first year with that one crew, I think we'll learn a lot more. After the first year.
Do you know what games they're going to?
I don't.
Coach, D Ford, does he fit better in a 3-4 scheme or a 4-3 scheme to you?
I think he's versatile enough to fit in either. I mean, he's so explosive. He was one of the best pass rushers in our league, if not our best. And so, he's got a chance to be a really good player at the next level. He's a tough guy. He loves football.
What were the NFL coaching staff like about D Ford?
Well, just his work ethic, his athleticism. He's a playmaker. He made great impact plays. You look down the stretch in those key games. He was a factor, and they definitely look for that.
There's been so much talk this week with the NFL draft about character and how when teams are interviewing players, they try to investigate character as best they can. When you're talking to a recruit, how do you assess character? What are certain things that certain methods you use to try to assess character?
Well, I think you got to get to know them. You got to develop relationships with them and get to know their family, about who they truly are. And I think the NFL, that's what they do. They spend a lot of money and time in trying to background checks, get with coaches, get with everybody associated.
Do you feel like it's gotten harder to do that, to assess character in some ways?
No, I don't think so.
A week ago, you said there'd be a resolution to the Anthony Swain situation fairly quick. Has there been a resolution to that?
No, not yet.
What's the holdup?
We're just waiting.
Coach, talk about the expectations going into this year. Preseason polls are starting to come out. You guys are top 5, top 10, total 180 from what you guys experienced last year. Do you handle that any differently? Do the players? How do you approach the players about that sort of stuff?
No, we've got to bring our lunch every day, and we got to improve. The wins usually take care of themselves. Preseason polls, really we don't put too much stock in it. We know that we're going to have to play well early. We snuck up on some people last year. That won't happen anymore, and so we're going to have to be that much better.
How much does it help Auburn if guys succeed in the NFL?
No, it helps tremendously. Most guys you recruit, want to go to the next level and want to see other players be able to do that. And then, of course, Auburn's a great place to go to school, and it does nothing but help. in the future.
Coach, how confident you are that Greg Robinson can go from your style of offense to the traditional NFL style?
Well, the traditional NFL style, I think, is going to more, what we do. I mean, we led the country in rushing, and he was a big part of that. We ran behind him a lot, and he's got a very good pass set, and he's very athletic with long arms. So, he'll be able to fit in any system, and he'll do extremely well.
What do you like best about Robinson at left tailback?
What's that?
What do you like best about him at left tailback?
Robinson at left tackle?
Yeah, left tackle.
Yeah, he's just your premier type, guy. He's an athlete. His best days are truly ahead of him. And like I said, I think he'll get nothing but better.